Hello everyone, I'm Gina R. and I'm back with episode 1 of 2022 Penny Hunt and Fill. Well, I was able to pick up a box of pennies from my bank, and I did check through the little peek holes, and yes, it is circulated. I also got my H.E. Harris and Company folders that I'm going to try to fill some slots. So let me set up the camera and I'll show you what I'm missing. Alrighty. In my 1909 to 1940 album, I'm missing 27 slots. And this is to be expected because these are the older pennies. And they go back from the 1909 VDB all the way to 1933. So as you can see, I'm still missing a lot of slots during this time. Hopefully we'll fill a few, at least one I'll be happy with. And from my 1941 to 1974, I'm only missing 1 cent. And it has been really difficult. And that's the 1969. So hopefully I'll find it. I'm also looking to upgrade a lot of these pennies. So hopefully I'll find some reds to do some upgrades. So let me go ahead and clear up the area, open up the box, and we'll start our hunt. So let me go ahead and do a live opening here. Let me turn the box around. I got my lucky penny dog screwdriver. Oops, there we go. There we go. And yes, we've confirmed. I do not see any wheat cent enders. But I do see right here, let me see if I can adjust the camera. Look at that. Okay, I had to pause the camera for a minute to adjust. And I do have a 2009 Ender. Wow, that is cool. I don't see anything else. So let me go ahead and get cracking. And I'll come back anytime I find anything interesting in this box. Little did I know that this 2009 commemorative set was going to be indicative of how this box was going to be. Okay, I'm back. Roll number 1, about the 8th penny in, and it's a wheat cent. Let me see what I got here. Okay. Get it to focus. 1950D. Or is it a 56? It's kind of damaged here. The 1950-60. There we go. So we're on the board with a wheat cent. So first one of the hunt. So let me continue hunting. Okay, I'm back with roll number 2. And I found a very ugly 1969. But you know what? That fills up that last slot in that folder that I need. So I found one of the missing pennies I need. So now I got 27 more to find. That's awesome. Well, let me continue hunting. Okay, roll number 4. And I have a 2009 D. And let's see what I have here. And, ooh. This has some yucky stuff on there. But as you can see, it's the one with the log cabin. Okay, so that's what I have in row 4. Let me continue hunting. Okay, I'm back with row 7, the second to the last penny. It's a wheat cent. Let's see what year it is. Let me zoom in. Hopefully it'll focus. Ooh, a 1948. There we go, a 1948D. That's a nice find. Well, let me continue hunting. Okay, roll number 8. I have a 2009D. And let me see which one it is. It is Lincoln's Formative Years. So this is the second one that I found. Oh, by the way, I put this in hot water and I was able to get that stuff off the top. So this is really, really nice looking now. I didn't use anything else, just hot water, let whatever was stuck on there come off. So that's 2 plus the ender that I haven't gotten to yet. So let me continue hunting. Okay, roll number 10, and I have my first foreign coin, of course from Canada. Wow, and it's a 1963. There we go, let me focus. So that's pretty cool. So let me continue going through the rolls. Okay, I'm back with roll 13, and I have another find. And this is Lincoln's Professional Life. And let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. And let's see what dates. Well, we know it's a 2009 D mint mark. So that's the third one for 2009. Let me continue hunting. Okay, I'm back with row number 16. And I have another 2009. And it's the formative years. So that's pretty cool. That brings me to 4 found so far. And I still got that ender over here. So, cool. Let me continue hunting. All right, roll number 18. And I have another 2009. And we have the formative years. So that makes 5 2009s. Okay, I'm back with the same roll, number 18, and I have another 2009. So let's see what we have here. The formative years. So that brings me to 6 2009 pennies that have been found. Let me continue. Okay, roll number 19, and I have another wheat cent. And let's see what year it is. Let me flip it over. A 1945. Whoops, it's kind of dirty there. But still, we got another wheat cent. Awesome. Okay, I'm still on roll 19, and we have here a Professional Life 2009. And it's a Denver mint. This is really actually a nice one. So that'll be 2 Professional Lives. And that's 5, 6, 7 now in the 2007. And of course, that's not including the one I haven't opened yet. So let me continue hunting. Okay, roll number 20. And I got a birth and early childhood. This one's in pretty reasonable condition. It's a little dirty there, but still. That's the third one I found. And I'm now up to 8 2009 pennies. Row number 21, and we have another 2009 D. And this one is another formative year. So let me continue hunting. All right, I'm in row number 23, and I have another 2009. And let's see what I have here. Oh, this is a really nice one. This is an early, this is actually a birth and early childhood. It's actually very good. I don't want to touch it too much anymore. So let me get some gloves on it, and I'm going to put that one aside. Row 24, and we have a formative year. 2009, and let me see the mint mark. Denver. Okay, I'm back with roll number 25, and I have a 2009 D, and it is crusty looking. And it is the Professional Life, Lincoln's Professional Life. So that's another one. Let me continue hunting. Alrighty, roll number 30, another 2009 D, and let's see what we have. Ah, birth and early childhood. Let me continue with the hunt. Alrighty, I'm back with roll number 39. Another 2009 Denver. It's kind of crusty. And it's Lincoln's formative years. So let me continue hunting. Alrighty, roll number 45. And guess what? You got it. Another 2009. And this one is birth and early childhood. And it is a D mint mark. They've all been Denver mint marks. So let me continue with the hunt. Okay, I'm back with roll 37. And that's the one that has the formative years as an ender. There we go. And it's a 2009 Denver. Okay, let me see if there's any more in this roll. All right, I'm back with roll 37. And I have this interesting looking coin here. Now, yes, it is kind of crusty looking, but let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. When I flip it over, look at that. It's like you can see the shield on the back of it. So that's a pretty interesting coin there. Let's see if I can, you can see Lincoln's profile, but at the same time you can see a shield. And at the very top, you can read it backwards of America. So that is interesting. So I'm thinking what happened here, this was up against another coin. It might have gotten pressed together and left the impression of the other coin on the back of this one. But that's pretty cool. So I'll be keeping this. I'll be setting it aside. So let me continue searching. Okay, roll number 49. And you can barely make it out. But, yep, I got another 2009. And this one is really bad shape. I mean, it's super crusty. Yeah. This one will definitely be going back to the bank. Well, I'm done with all the rolls. And what I'm going to do next is I have some questionable cents here, whether they're copper or zinc. So I brought out my scale and we're going to weigh them. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and weigh them. Let me clear it out. Whoops, turn it back on. Make sure that it's cleared. And what I'm going to do is, if it's 3.0 or 3.11, then it is a copper. Otherwise, 2.5 would be zinc. So let me go ahead and get started. First one is 2.47 zinc, back into the dump. Ooh, 3.10, so that goes into the copper jar. 3.11 copper jar. 2.51. Zinc. Copper. 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 So you get the idea. So let me go ahead and continue, and I'll be back with a wrap-up. Oh, and I wanted to show you, even the crusty ones won't lie. They'll tell you if they're zinc or not. Okay, I went through those cents and I sorted them out. That's a pretty good amount of copper. It's actually a lot less than what I normally get, but oh well. I do have some possible upgrades. I'm going to go through my folders and see if they do upgrade. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, over here on the left side, I do have some that are slightly better, which would be the 1975, 1977D, and the 1983D. So let me switch those out, and then I'll go to the next panel. In the next panel, I have two upgrades, and that would be the 1993D and the 1998. So let me go ahead and plug those in. Okay, and the last two upgrades would be the 2005 and the 2010. So let me go ahead and plug those in. So my 1975 to 2013 folder looks pretty good. I still need a lot of upgrades, but it's starting to look nicer. Okay, if you remember my 1941 to 1974, I'm missing this one spot. And we found it in this hunt. In fact, I found two 1969s. And I looked at them, and I think the one on top is the better of the two. Of course, if you look at that one, yeah, definitely this one is the best. So let me go ahead and put it in the slot. So that 1969 has filled the slot. So at least we got one slot filled. And we have another completed folder. That is super cool. So out of the 4 folders, I have 3 completed. Of course, they can all use upgrades, but that's not bad. So if you remember, at the start of the hunt, I needed 28 cents to have filled all 4 albums. I'm down to 27 slots that need to be filled. And it's in my 1909 to 1940 folder. So hopefully we'll get lucky and we'll find a few. Some of these are going to be tough to find because they're going to be semi-key dates. So it's going to be difficult. But I'm up for the hunt. So let me go ahead and give you a wrap up of what I did find in the rolls. I did find an insane amount of 2009 cents, and they were all Denver. I did find 6 of the birth and early childhood, and this one down here being the best one. I'm going to put that one in a flip. Then over here, I found 8 of the formative years. This one is definitely going back into the dump box. And I found 3 of the professional life. I didn't find any of the presidency in Washington since. But that was, wow. This was crazy. And I gotta admit, this one looks really nice. The best one. Got a little bit of spots, stains. But overall, that's pretty nice looking scent there. Okay. Let me move on to the next set. I did find this Canadian 1963 Young Head of Queen Elizabeth. That was the only foreign find in the box. I did find this one, and like I said, I do believe that it was 2 coins that were pressed together that left that imprint. But that's still pretty cool. I only found 3 wheat cents, and that was the 1945, 1948 Denver, and the 1956 Denver. So I usually find a little bit more, so it's kind of disappointed that I didn't find hardly any. I'm glad I found some wheat cents, but I was sure would like to have found some more. I did find a good amount of coins in the 1960s. I have here 1960D, 1961D. I have about 4 of the 1963, 3 of the it was 60, 61, 62, 63. I got 3 of those. I have a 64D. Then I have a 65, a 66, 2 67s, a 68, and 2 68Ds. I have the other 69, and I have 3 of the 1969s. And when I looked at the reverse, I noticed that looks like a floating roof. And then I looked at the next one, and that looked like a floating roof too. So I thought, okay, well maybe that's part of the design. But when I looked at the third one, let me get it to focus. There we go. So I was like, okay, here we go. It's not focusing too well there. So I don't know. Let me know what you think if those three are floating roofs. Here's the first one. I don't see those little lines that attach the roof. This one seems to have a little bit of it on the right side. You can see just a bit of it there. Look at the right side. It does have that little, but it's missing on the left. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think if those three are the missing roof? And then I did find 3 San Francisco cents, all in the 70s. 1970s, a 1971s, focus, there we go. And the last one is a 1974s. So overall, this wasn't such a bad box. I mean, I could have done with some more wheat cents, but I'll take the finds that I did find. I want to thank you for watching this very long episode. And until next time, happy hunting, happy collecting. Bye, everyone.